Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me today. I just wanted to do another video starting to decorate the Christmas journals that I'm making. This one is a special reserve for one of my subbies. So hi Teresa, if you're watching. She specifically asked if I could make a journal for her using the Let It Snow kit from the Paper Cameo. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm also making another one. No guarantees that these are going to be done for Christmas though, so Christmas next year maybe, but but I can't guarantee that they'd reach anyone for Christmas this year. The other one that I want to make is going to be 3 signatures, and I've actually put the signatures together, and you can see that I'm incorporating other kits from the Paper Cameo in these. I know there's Ave Maria. I knew I'd forget. I will list them below, as always, and I will put a link. So I've used all sorts of kits in these, the Let It Snow, different background papers. So I'm using some of the autumn papers, and I have actually had a couple of comments that say, you know, unusual colours for Christmas. But I think these, you know, Christmas doesn't have to be green and red, does it? And I just love the subtle colours of these. So I am using some of the autumn papers in these as well as the Christmas papers, but I think that they match very well. So my personal choice. We make journals that we like to make, don't we? So there we go. So this one I've put together. I've put the papers together. I've used Let It Snow. That's from Let It Snow. So is that one. I know that one's Let It Snow. I will, again, I will put a list below. But if there's a particular paper that you like, I know these are the Dreamy papers, but you know, it just went nicely. If there's papers that you particularly like and you can't see them, just let me know roughly where in the video it is, and I will let you know which kit it's from. So I'm really enjoying it. I love these. There's my lace again. I love that. I'm going to have to hoard that piece of lace forever, actually, aren't I? So where did we get to last time? Last time I made these flips, inspired by Wendy's Journal Adventures, but I'm going to put them over the page. I can show you them now in this one, can't I? So if I was to put it over a page, so you'd see that on one side, and then on the other side you'd see that one. So I'm going to hang it over the page. You can stick them on a page. Obviously you wouldn't decorate the back then, and it can be a tuck, or you can put a tag in the top, or it could be a belly band. So I might make something similar to that as well. So that's how I'm going to use those. I've put a tag in that one. I did a little belly band there to put the tag in, and it doesn't slip through because I've put a tab at the bottom. And in the pocket we've got a couple of tags. And then on the back I put a tag as well, didn't I, on that one? So there's a tag in there as well. And then the same somewhere. I've made the same, but slightly different. So that's got a pocket on the front and a pocket behind. And it's got the 2 pockets on the inside as well. So they are the same, but they're similar, but not exactly the same. So I made those 2. So one will go in each of the journals that I'm making. I am trying to keep the ephemera kind of separate. So what else did I make? Out of that, if you remember, it was a sheet of A4 paper that I'd glued together. I also made 2 flip pockets. So that was just a strip that I flipped up, and I've put some fabric on it so that'll attach and flip. So I've made one for each of the journals. And then the other thing that I had left over, the other piece, I've just folded it into 3, and that's just going to have, this is from the Cameo and Lace, and that's going to go on the front of that. So shall we put these on? Shall we attach these? That might be a good idea, mightn't it? So this will help it to stay closed. I'm not going to put actual closures on it, but this will help it to kind of stay closed. I don't want it to go all the way. So about there, kind of straight. So it's a Carol straight. A bit wonky, but I'm not looking for perfection. And I've just backed that with some paper, some cream paper. You can put something extra on there if you wanted to, just to decorate it. But I think that kind of makes it nice. You could write on it, or the person that's having it can put something on there. I don't like to decorate everything completely. So that's going to go on there. I'm just thinking, let me just reach in the drawer at the side of me, because somewhere I've got some tea dye paper. I have. And I'm just thinking I could put some paper in there as well, so that it can have some extra journaling space. So I want the paper to be about 3.5 inches wide. Well, where am I? About 3.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut a strip of tea dyed paper. This is just, I've just thought of this. I've done this before, I think. Just thinking what I could put on there. I see I'm tempted to cover everything and to do things, but I do think that I'm gonna leave that for whoever's going to get this one. See, I'm just thinking whether I should add something. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I might stencil it actually, or stamp on it, is what I think I will do. And then it gives the person options, doesn't it? Now I'm going to put a crease in that will go at the top. Oh, one moment. Oh, puffed out. Isn't that typical? You start doing a video and then the neighbour knocks on the door wanting some junk mail that got delivered this morning. Anyway, so what my thought is, I'm going to keep this the length it is, but I'm going to glue it to the back. Oh, puffed out. That's because I've run upstairs. So I'm just going to glue that on the back like that. And then I'm going to fold it so it's above the line, like that. Okay. And then when that's closed, where's my little journal? Let me show you what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking I want it to go on this page because I love this image. I think this is from Dreamy, but I quite liked the writing. So that's going to go on there like that. You're going to be able to open it up like that and find a tab and put a tab on it. So you've got the extra writing space like that. And then if I glue it 1, 2, 3, I can also put a tag down there behind it. Perhaps not that one because it's a taller one. Oh, it might work. So that would be a tag that went behind as well. So that, I think, is what I'm going to do with that. So that's one made. I won't do the other one with you because it's going to be the same. So that's going to stick on there and I'll put the paper in as well. I think actually I will do it with you. But what I'm going to do, I've decided on this one, is I'm going to just cut that, and then I'm going to ink that and I'm going to stick it on there. So the same pocket as the other one. This is from the autumn kit, and that is as well. I can't remember which, off the top of my head, which autumn kit it was, but as before I will list it. But I think these colours, the pale pink and the greens and the golds, I think, to me, say Christmas. So I'm quite happy to use them in a Christmas journal. I like the way they look together with the Christmas papers. That's going to get stuck on there. Okay. I'm not going to take it for granted, oh it is, that the same width as the other one, because, you know, when you make things, they don't always turn out the same width, even when you measure them. At least mine don't anyway. Other people's may do. So oops, Daisy, how are you all doing? It's actually Saturday morning here. My husband's just gone out on his push bike, so he'll be gone an hour. So I thought it's a good time to put the video on. Yep, so that is going to hang on there. Let's open it up, make it a bit easier. That's going to hang on there. Way up. There we go. Glue it on. So just a way of adding extra journaling space. I never know, people that have my journals, whether they use them to journal in or not. But it gives options, doesn't it? Could always cut it off if you didn't want it there. So again, that can be a tab. So that's going to flip and flip, and that will close like that. And again, it's going to have a tag down the side. So I would glue 1, 2, 3. And because I've put that down the back, it won't catch when you put it in. So that's one each for those. Done. Then these were the last little bits that I had. So you can see it's just the same paper, and I've just flipped it up at the bottom to make a pocket. I've added some fabric, so that's going to, excuse me, that's going to go as a flip on the side of a page. So for example, oh, do you know, I thought I hadn't switched you back on. So like that, so it will flip out, so you can still write on all of that, but you've got some decoration on the page. And again, I've done one for each. And these cards I've made, I printed the Let It Snow 2 to a page. So this is actually a complete journal page, but because I did it 2 to a page, it's obviously shrunk them down, and that makes them a nice size to use as journal cards. Now I was thinking, I've got these pretty little hearts that come in a kit, and again I'll list it below. So difference, I've printed them smaller. They're supposed to be bigger than this, but I think I did them 2 to a page, and I was sort of wondering whether to put a little heart or something on there. What do we think? I wonder if we'd like it with a little bit of paper behind it. Can anyone see my ruler? Do you know, I had everything here in front of me. Honestly, I did. Oh, it is. It's just been returned to me. Those desk pixies, I tell you. This is that extremely crumble away paper. You couldn't possibly use it as a journal page because it just crumbles to dust. But I do think that we could indeed use it. And put a little heart on it. Oh, I like those little girls. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Can I ink it a little bit? Probably not. Don't push your luck, Carol. Shrink it a bit smaller. I'm going to risk using a glue stick delicately. Should have changed my gluey paper because that was sticky as well. Oops. And then I'm just going to glue that on as well. I don't know why I've got my pins on my table. I've got all sorts everywhere. I think that just looks nice. There. So I like that. And I was thinking whether to put one on that. I've just backed that with that writing paper. I'm wondering whether to put that on there, and then that could actually be a little tuck spot. I think I will. So there we go. I'm going to use this as a little tuck spot on the back. Probably shouldn't have put the glue all the way over there, but never mind. You live and learn. But I think it will still, yeah, I can still use it as a tuck spot. That's fine. So I might well use that. That's from the Lace and Cameo and Lace. But I think that looks nice on there. And then it'll be on a page like that, and then it'll flip over and you'll see that. So I'm happy with that as well. I'll leave that there to remind me to make that into a tag. So this one, oh, that is just so pretty. So, so pretty. Let's try and do it again, shall we? Don't try and tear it on there, Carol. Just take this off carefully. Up. It just, honestly, it's just cracking. It is just cracking. Yeah, I like that. Let's put a bit of glue on there. So we shouldn't be disturbed by dustbin men today. Just my neighbours, if they can have your junk mail that you got from the postman this morning. What on earth, eh? I think I like that one. There we go. But there are people outside shouting. I like that one on there. I don't know why, but these remind me of the postcards that, well, I do know why. They remind me of the postcards that we used to get when I was a kid. They had these cutesy pictures on. So I'm going to put that on there, like that. And then on the back, I've got this one that I'd covered. I think I might stick it the opposite side to the other one. You don't want the glue all the way over, Carol. Just enough for it to glue on, and you can still stick something behind it. There we go. So that's that. Put those in my little box. I've got some snips that things that I've cut out. And I might use one of those again. So that'll get backed, and that'll be a little journal card in there. Pretty, pretty, very pretty. So that's 3 things I've got. This is one of the envelopes that come with the Hart journal, and I've just, the middle photo bit, the middle bit, I'm not explaining that very well, is it? The centre bit of the envelope, I'm madly looking to see if I can see an envelope. I have. This part is that. And I'm going to make that into a pocket, but I think I'm going to print it again and then cut this bit out and have it as a false floating, as a secret pocket, you know, what do we call them, ghost pocket, where it's there, but it's that piece of the paper. I just haven't printed it again, so I will do that on that one. Isn't that just beautiful? Just beautiful. What else did I want to do? Because this journal is specifically for my subby Teresa, she particularly likes this image that comes with the kit, and I hope you can see it. It's 2 little girls, and she says that it reminds her of her sister. So I don't do commissions, by the way. I do not do commission journal requests, but Teresa has been especially kind to me. Not that you all aren't, but she was on my list for a journal, and her request was, if possible, if I made it with this kit. So that's why I'm doing this one specifically for her, but I wouldn't normally, if you know what I mean. I've tried doing commissions before, and it just doesn't work for me at all. So what I was thinking was to make this into a pocket for the front of the journal. This is one of the autumn kits, and it just reminds me, I mean, look, it goes so well with that. I think it does anyway. It just goes so well with this paper. It's kind of vintagey. This matches the colour of the hair. The background match. It just, to me, it's just beautiful. And so my thought is to make this into a pocket to go in the front of the journal. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's going to go on the front. So it's going to be a tall tuck. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I've lost my little scoreboard dibber now. Never mind. Tell you what, I'm going to get my Teresa score pad to do my Teresa pocket. So what I'm going to do is, why have I turned it round? I don't know. What am I doing? I am going to put, I work better this way. I'm going to put a score down there. So yes, this is an autumn paper, but I'm using it because to me it just matches beautifully. I love the golds on these. So that's going to go on there. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be that much bigger than that, but that can sit on it. So if I fold that 3.5, that might be pushing it. I'm going to go 3 5/8. And that's just because I want this to sit on it as a pocket. So I'm going to fold that over like that. So that is going to sit on there as a pocket. And then this, let me fold, I want to fold that up so that that can be, I'm just trying to think what it is I'm doing. I don't really know. So I'm going to put a crease top and bottom. And I'm going to put a crease in this because I want that to fold over, because that is ultimately going to be another pocket. Okay, so what have I done? Let me just think about what I've done. So I've made a fold on that side. I've folded it over, and that's going to be a top tuck pocket. I've folded the tops and the bottoms because this is going to be a pocket, so I want the bottom sealed, and that's going to reinforce the top. And then this is going to fold back on itself that way to be a pocket there. Yeah, that is what I want to do. That's how I want that to go. So let me snip. Let's make this into its pocket first. Let me move the scoreboard because I won't need that anymore for this. And then I can just talk you through again what I've done. The reason that I'm talking you through, I'm not trying to, those of you that know how to make things, I'm not trying to teach you to suck eggs, as they say. But I know that I have some new people and they're not too sure how to make things. So snip that there. So that's going to fold over to reinforce that top pocket. I don't need that bit. I'm going to snip. That bit is going to come off because I don't need that bit. Concentrating now, folks, trying to cut. So that's going to come off there, and that will fold like that. And that's the basics for that pocket, which will go like that. So I want to fold the back of that pocket down, don't I? There. So that's the back of the pocket. So that'll get glued down to reinforce that. Let's use this glue because I've got it in my hand. Okay. And then that is going to fold over and glue on there. Just need to tweak that a little bit. Yep, so I'm going to glue that pocket shut, and then this will be the other, fold the other way. Oh, it's like origami, isn't it? I'm going to glue that. I want that on top. There. And I haven't measured it to see if it fits the page, so that would be a bummer if it doesn't, wouldn't it? But I'm imagining it is going to fit because I've taken some off the top and the bottom, haven't I? So that is now a top loading pocket with bits of paper stuck to it. So I want to put a snip in there. I'd like it to be in the middle, but we never know. That's not too bad. And then I'm going to fold that back on itself to start with. And then I'm going to fold it that way. I haven't quite put enough glue to the edge there, look. I'm just going to put the glue all the way to the edge, because I do want it to glue all the way to the edge. There we go. So again, I'm going to fold that way, just so I can see the fold where I want it to fold. And that's going to go there. Scissors. It's like an operation, isn't it? This perhaps does look fiddly, but if you think it through, it's not as fiddly as it perhaps seems on first impression. So that's going to be the inside of it. That's going to be like that. So that will open. And my little girls. Oh, God, it's beautiful. They're going to go on there like that. So let's stick that bit down. And I am going to commit this one because I wanted this. Oh, I'm just thinking it could. Oh, it could be a belly band in them. Oh, I like that. Rather than okay, let's have a look in the book. I could do with an instruction manual, but I'm thinking I might like that as a belly band. So my idea is that it's going to go here, and those colours are picked out by the Hart as well. So that is going to go there. So it fits lovely. It's got a gap at the top and the bottom, and that's fine. I might lower it down, I don't know. But that's going to go there. And then this is going to be a tuck here. That's going to be a tuck spot, which is lovely. That's just enough room for me to slip something in. I think it will be a pocket rather than a belly band. But I am undecided. It goes there. It can have a journal card in there, and if it goes there, it can have a journal card that would slip down like that. Do you know, I think I like it as a belly band. I really do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it on as a belly band. And I think that's just a little bit different. You'd expect it to have a pocket at the bottom, wouldn't you? So that will go as a belly band. Like that. So what I've done is I've glued those two and then my flaps are still there, and they're going to go on there. So Teresa, you and your sister have pride of place at the beginning of that journal. So I'm going to commit you into the page. I don't usually commit things until I've got a few bits and pieces made, but I know I wanted this to be in the middle, or to be at the front is what I'm trying to say. So all I've done is glue that at the sides. So that will be a belly band glued at the sides. Oh, so pretty. And then I don't know what journal card will go in there yet. Oh, that's not a journal card. Quite like that one actually. That will just go in there like that. May not be that one, but you get to see, you get my drift, what I've tried to do. So that's where that'll go. So I'm going to fold this edge over and glue it down, because that's the reinforcer for the pocket. Sticky, sticky. So I might not glue it into the book at the minute, because that is really sticky and I don't want that to stick shut. But these two will be flaps. So it will get glued on those flaps, down the crease and on the flap, and it will go on that page. And I might put a tab on it, I don't know, but it will flip out. And then there's room here to put something on it if you choose to. I could have it in the middle and make it a tuck spot there. I could still do that. That might be nice actually, mightn't it? In which case I don't want to glue that down there. So I'm going to quickly peel that back before it dries itself, because I've just decided I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to definitely let that dry now, but that is going to go there. That's going to be a tuck from that side now, and from the top, and then a belly band on the front. So that will go about there, so there's room to put something in. So I'm just going to let that dry, put it in my drying pile, but that's going to go there, definitely. Brilliant. So I'm happy with that. What time are we at? 32 minutes. So what else did I want to do? I know I'm leaning over you. Let's have a quick rummage. I want to make this into a pocket. Now my idea is that they will go there, in there, like that. And then this will be a pocket in the journal, or a flip. I might well make it a flip. I'm just thinking that would mean I would like it to flip this way, which means I would just have to cut this envelope open down this side to put, no I don't, because I can stitch some fabric on there, can't I? And then that would flip, and then you can still write on there. Yes, I like that idea. Not necessarily on that page. So this is going to get glued in there. And I think the Madonna with Jesus is definitely, I think you would agree, Christmassy. So that's going to glue there. I want that to be a pocket, don't I? That's okay. Yep, that's okay. So that's going to be a pocket there. Should have cut that bit off, shouldn't I? Silly Carol. That's okay. Cut that bit off and then stick that bit down. Because we don't want it to get in the way, do we? Okay. So they're in there like that. Obviously we don't need that bit. And then I need to collage around that somehow. But I don't know what I want to collage it with. I don't really know. At the minute, I haven't got many scraps from these papers. You know, when you start and make things, you get more scraps, don't you? But that's not going to add much. I want something that's got a little bit more deep pattern on it, I think. Oh, we could use this. That would go there, wouldn't it? Let's do that. That didn't work very well, did it? Do you know what? I'm going to cut it. I'm not having any luck tearing paper today. I think some days are just like that. So I'm just going to cut it. I do try not to think about when I'm collaging. I try not to think too much about the papers that I'm using, because you can spend hours, can't you, just kind of, says me, and I've just spotted this. I've just spotted this one and I'm thinking that might be nice. This one is from the Hart, Xmas Heart kit, which is the one that's got the deers in. So I think, I don't know which way up it goes, but that's okay. So that needs to be about just over 6 1/4. Do you know what? I'm going to do it 6 1/4. Carol, 2 3/4. So if I do it about 3 inches, you know, sometimes I just cannot read my ruler at all. So I'm kind of, what I'm thinking is, I've got enough to be able to turn it over. Will it? Doesn't quite go, but then I can collage on the back, can't I? Yep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over to the back. I'm doing a Wendy. I think Wendy uses one piece of paper to go front to back, doesn't she? Oh, and I've gone all hot. I'm going to put fabric down here to make it a flip. So that will get stitched, but close to the edge. So I'm not going to worry about it there. That's going to go on there and it's going to flip over to the other side. Yes. So let's have a go. I don't know how I'm doing for time. I don't know. All right, I'm going to put paper. I'm going to glue that on there. I'm leaving a little bit there because, as I said, I'm going to put some fabric just there. That's going to go there. And I need to close this because it's going to be a pocket. And I'm just thinking, before I do, I want to put something across this lip. Because I don't want things to catch. You know what I'm going to do then? When I put something on the top, I'm going to flip it over. Okay, decision made. Decision made. So I'm going to do a little cut just there. And fold that up. And I'm going to cut this bit off. I suppose if I was clever enough, I would have put it flush with the bottom of the envelope, but I always like to kind of make things nice and tight. Oh, that actually fits quite nicely, doesn't it? Not a lot showing, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a bit of this there. I don't know why I think I'm going to fold it over the page, because it's just going to crack and split, isn't it? So Carol, why are you putting yourself to the stress of it cracking and splitting? But you've done it. Okay, that's going to go there like that. That's going to glue onto that page there. Okay. There we go. Too pretty, just too pretty. I'm going to cut that there. Find a bit of my glue book that's not gluey. That can go on there like that. Take that bit off. That can glue on there like that. That can come off there like that. And then I want something that's going to go over both of those edges, really, don't I? Front and back. Okay, and just shove them on the floor. I'm going to cut a strip of this. I can print it again, so let me just put that lid back on there, look. You can always print things again. Always, always. Unless, like me, you get carried away and you get to the end of of your print allowance, and then you have to wait patiently for it to kick in again. Right, I'm going to glue that on there. So that's going to go on there like that, like so. I do want to fold it over to the back. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, so I'm just going to put a little cut there. Oh, get off my finger. And then that's going to fold over there like that. I'm going to cut that off. I am going to cut that off. Oh, that is just so pretty. Do I want that on there? That can go like that, over that bit. Indeed it can. Don't want that to be a straight line. Yep, that'll be okay. So I'm going to cut that off there. Oops. Spin it around, girl. Get rid of that white bit there. It needs to cover that gap there, so it's going to go on there. It can fold over there, and it's going to fold on there. Yep, perfect, perfect, perfect. Glue it, Carol, glue it while you've got the chance. before anything changes its mind. Oh, I hope I can upload this video because I know it's gone. I know it's a long one. Sorry, folks. Long video alert. So that is going to go on there like that. Go a little bit further over. That's going to go on there like that. Yep. So I just want to cut a little bit there, don't I? Tear that bit. Fold that bit in before I close the pocket at the side. I've got very sticky fingers. Let me just get rid of all these bits of paper. Oh, do you know? Oh, Nicola, your papers are just beautiful. Just beautiful. So that, I'm going to put fabric down there so that it will flip. I have some bits of fabric. Oh, I did have bits of fabric. I did have bits of fabric. Oh, yes, I have got bits of fabric. That one's not quite long enough. It's quite Christmassy, isn't it? Oh, that one's not quite long enough, so I probably won't use those. Have some shiny. That's quite pretty, isn't it? Get rid of the fabric, girl. Scissors. This has got like a shiny silver sheen in it. So that is going to go on there and it will flip to the other side. Which bit was I using? That one? That fits perfectly. I will stitch this on as well, so the pocket will be that little bit more narrow because it's going to have stitching down there, but I don't think that that matters at all. Oh, off my finger, off. There we are. So I will stitch down there, and then shall we see what it would look like on a page? That took me a while to do, didn't it? Sorry folks, nearly at 50 minutes. So for example, it could hang over the edge like that and be stitched so that it then flips, or it can be on the page like that so that it flips. I don't mind either way, but I'll give myself choices and options. So that's where I'm at now. I might put a little pocket or something on here. I'll see. But I hope you like it. I hope you like the things that I'm making, and I will be back shortly. Take care, everyone. Bye.